When you visit Betty Seiler's grave in Smithfield, it's marked only by family mementos and some flowers. It's been that way since June of 2012, and her family says Penn Hills Monuments is to blame.
She has waited for over a year now to get this stone.
I went to Penn Hills Monuments looking for answers and spoke with the owner, Kurt Ekman.
And what is this?
He says the order was held up because he didn't realize until 7 months later his fax to the granite company never went through.
She passed away in June of 2012, and the granite company is just receiving it in February of this year?
Yeah.
It's a long time.
I called the granite company.
This is Catherine Amenta from Channel 11. How are you?
And they said there's no way to confirm a failed fax. The story was also news to Betty's daughter, Megan, who says it's been one excuse after another.
So he never told you there was a delay in the order?
Not with the fax thing, no.
I also checked with the Better Business Bureau and found out Penn Hills has had 5 complaints against them in the last 3 years. They also recently settled a civil case with another customer for almost $5,000. And Ekman admitted to me he has made mistakes with Megan and other customers.
I do my best to correct everything I can to get everybody their stones.
When you say correct things,
Like,
what was wrong?
Like we're going through all these files where we're saying some stuff where they weren't ordered as fast as they should have been.
I don't have no money to buy another one. That was my mom's insurance money.
In Masontown, Catherine Amenta, Channel 11 News. Why do you think charges are being filed if everything is legit?
I'm glad you knew about this and not me. I just found out.
Kurt Ekman denied the charges when he turned himself in to Penn Hills Police this afternoon. But his customers at Penn Hills Monuments tell a much different story.
I come whenever I miss him a lot.
Mary Bryant brings flowers to her son's grave at Allegheny Cemetery a couple of times a month.
It's my son.
But she told me these flowers are not just for decoration. They mark where Jeremiah's headstone is supposed to be standing.
If that wasn't there, who's this?
Mary and her husband Alvin purchased a headstone from Penn Hills Monuments back in November. And like so many customers before her, she is still waiting. Today, police charged the company's owner, Kurt Ekman. When I met him back in November, he admitted mistakes were made, but he said he was trying to fix them. But according to the criminal complaint today, Ekman allegedly used 51 customers' money as his, quote, personal piggy bank on car payments, grocery bills, nightclubs, jewelry, and Ticketmaster.
Does it help to know that he's being investigated?
I love it.
Mary put down half the money for a $1,200 headstone and says Ekman promised to have it up in just 6 weeks. Now she says it's all about finding money for another stone and giving her granddaughter a place to visit her father.
She won't remember. She won't know. She'll never know her dad.
In Pittsburgh,
A baby.
Catherine Amenta, Channel 11 News.
I cried. It was the best Christmas present ever.
Megan Schumer finally has her mother's gravestone at Mount Moriah Baptist Cemetery in Smithfield.
If you guys wouldn't have done the story, I don't think I would have it.
Megan called Channel 11 back in November after she said she had been waiting over a year for her mother's headstone. She purchased that headstone back in 2012 from Penn Hills Monuments, but she says she kept getting excuse after excuse from the owner, Kurt Ekman.
Police charged Ekman yesterday. They say he used at least $38,000 worth of customers' money as his own, quote, personal piggy bank instead of providing the grave markers. He told me he's innocent. You have anything to say to those customers?
I was in the process of taking care of everything until they came and took all my files.
I think he needs to be punished for hurting all these people that he took advantage of.
Like Megan, some families have received their stones in the last few months. According to the criminal complaint, after our story aired in November, the local headstone installer, who did much of the work for Ekman, said he put up several stones to protect his own business from bad publicity, even though Ekman hadn't paid him in a year.
It does feel good that she got her stone.
In Smithfield, Catherine Amenta, Channel 11 News.
To see that justice is done and that he gets what he deserves.
One by one, customers of Penn Hills Monuments filed into district court Friday morning for owner Kurt Ekman's preliminary hearing.
I had to come because this has been going on too long and he's just been getting away with too much.
Jana Woodruff, like so many others here, say they paid hundreds of dollars for monuments for their loved ones' graves and never got anything.
I was in the courtroom as Ekman sat emotionless before the hearing. Close to 30 customers and family members walked by him, some totally ignoring him, others staring him down.
I want my money or my monument.
I got my hands on the criminal complaint earlier this month. He's accused of using $38,000 from 59 customers for his own personal use on items like jewelry, Ticketmaster, and groceries. Ekman's public defender suggested in court on Friday other people had access to the accounts and spent that money.
I want my money back, and I want him to do the time.
The defense also argued this isn't a criminal case and should be dismissed. She called her client, quote, a bad businessman, and said it's a civil matter. The judge didn't agree and quickly moved the case to trial. After, Ekman didn't have much to say to me.
Mr. Ekman, your attorney called you a bad businessman. What do you say to that? Do you have anything to say to the people today that were in the courtroom?
How anybody could say that this guy's innocent is a joke.
In Penn Hills, Catherine Amenta, Channel 11 News.